get this public domain going. Tonight on the public domain, The Entertainer. Available for free around the world. This is the music from a famous gambling movie too, The Sting. I give it 5 bags of popcorn and a soda. Deep cut, deep cut. Why don't we get this country club pour going here? Get the country club pour going, we'll get the show going. Hopefully the audio is good here. All right, country club pour. Welcome to the 19th hole. We got the good stuff tonight. We broke out the good stuff tonight. Some nights I provide a bargain choice. Tonight is no bargain. This is Pine Ridge Cabernet Sauvignon Napa Valley Stagecoach Vineyard 2021. This is as good as it gets, really. I mean, there's obviously like ridiculous shit like Screaming Eagle, but you're not going to drink a Napa Cab that tastes better than this. So. For Thanksgiving, break this out. Sometimes it's what we like at the 19th hole at the country club. All right, get your calls ready. We've already got some people in the chat. Already got some of the luminaries in the chat. Streaming live at World Poker Tour, YouTube, and Twitch. As always, if you're at Twitch, I cannot read the chat at Twitch. Too complicated for me. Way too complicated for me. I can read the chat at YouTube, sort of, even though it's tiny. I know that Lilliputian Petrodactyl says first. If you want to call in, phone lines are open, 516-259-9515. Looks like we got a call already. Let me answer it. Even though it's tiny. Hey, turn off. All right, Lilliputian Petrodactyl says. Turn off your goddamn computer. Anonymous, you're on Pokersesh.
What's up? Hell yeah, brother. Listen.
Yeah.
I got some questions here.
Okay, let's go.
Starting with this really wacky shit I seen at the 1-2 game I was playing the other day. This guy's pissed drunk, blackout drunk. It's 2 p.m. He says he's had 8 whiskeys already. I show up. Whatever. He starts betting his stack blind slowly. He's going like 25 blind pre.
Right.
But you can't do that. You can't straddle to whatever.
Right.
And get the option. You just blind bet it, and the dealer's letting him blind bet it, and whatever. So gets to a hand where he turns his $500 stack to like a $200 stack, and he blind bets 25 under the gun. He gets a call or mid position.
Right.
And then the dealer, who's kind of inexperienced, I've seen her there maybe for the past year. I don't know if she dealt before, but she's a little clueless. The guy tries to rip in, like he has the option. He tries to just rip his 150 in.
Right.
So then she kind of corrects him. It's like, you can't do that. You don't get the option. So she's like, we're dealing the flop.
Okay.
And then he starts pushing his chips out before she deals the flop. With another like 150 or something.
So the first guy just called the 25 blind bet.
Yes.
And then when it got back to the guy who made the 25 blind bet, the drunk guy, he acted like it was a straddle, but it's not a straddle. Okay.
He tries shipping it. The dealers are confused, trying to tell him, like, you can't do that.
Right.
And he's still trying to push the money out because he's just, like, blackout drunk. Doesn't know what's going on, basically.
Right.
And she's, like, kind of confused, too. She starts dealing the flop out, and then he starts trying to take his money back type of thing. And then she's like, well, you already bet the money, sir. And then he's just, like, blackout drunk, like, deer in the headlights look, what the fuck's going on, like, trying to take his bet back. And then she's all confused. She's like, well, I guess let's let the other person in the hand decide, right? And I'm just like... Now we're getting into the gray territory of poker. This is what I came here for. So I don't know. She's all confused. She's trying to let the other guy make a decision. I don't want to get involved really, but I'm kind of just saying, like, listen, if anyone's making a decision, it should be either you or a suit person. It shouldn't be the guy in the hand.
Well, listen.
She's not listening. I don't know. What do you do in a spot like that? Do you get involved or you just let it go however it goes?
In that situation, I do not get involved. And the reason that I
figured that was the best thing to do. Shut the fuck up and let them come up with an answer.
The reason I don't, and if anything, if I'm forced to get involved, I get involved to defend the drunk guy. Okay? I mean...
Yeah, I was kind of trying to help him out. I don't want him giving a free blind 150 to the next guy. I want that.
Exactly.
When I get aces, so...
Exactly. So, I mean, unless the guy who flatted the 25 is also a fish, which he probably is, and... The dealer is obviously a complete dunce. And so in that situation, when you're just dealing with three idiots, it's just better to just stay out of it. Now, if one of the persons was a smart professional, then I would lean really hard towards getting involved with whoever is on the opposite side of the smart professional. But it's a $1, $2 game. There's no smart.
I don't think there's any smart pros involved in this.
Exactly. So it just... Simple
question, simple answer. It doesn't need to be too complicated, I guess.
It never does you a bit of good to get involved in that spot. All right,
next question. Listen, I got a bunch. Just letting you know in advance. Both these people involved in this are rest in peace. The other guy just died recently. It was father-son combo. The kid used to run games back in the days. That I used to play in, but then he became like a casino. What's that term that you like using? The sour rooter. He became one of those guys, and he got banned from all the casinos. But this is before he got banned.
Right.
I'm in the casino with him. I say hello. I'm playing my 1-2 game. He says hello.
Right.
Chit chatting. And then he goes over to this old guy. He taps him on the shoulder. He points at me. He goes, "That guy right there. That's the tightest person on earth. Do not give him any action."
Right.
And I say, "Whoa, what the heck?" And he goes, "Dude, that's my father. I have to tell him." So at this point, I don't know. Is it even just let it slide, or do you tell him like, "Hey, stop calling out my tightness to the whole table"? It's bad for the whole table to hear that, you know. It's one thing to tell your father, but like, don't be so loud about it, you know.
It doesn't matter whether somebody he called you out as tight, right?
Yes, he pointed me out. The whole table can hear. He said, "That right there is the tightest person you will ever come across in your entire life. Do not give him any action."
There's nothing wrong with that, because these are both fish, number one. Number two, you can use that image if you want for a little bit. So, you know, when somebody says something about me at the table, I immediately glance around and see who's laughing, who's paying attention, because 90% of people just aren't paying attention. They're watching the game.
Half the table at least heard the comment.
But were they paying attention? Did anyone nod their head? Did anyone go like, "We already fucking know that," or just like look you dead in the eyes like,
"Yeah, there was some reaction. This was a while ago." As
okay,
I said, these people
well then I'm going to try to run a bluff on those people. I'm going to what I'm going to do now is against somebody who I know acknowledged that statement, and that statement actually sunk into them, and I have physical proof that statement sunk into them. I am going to loosen up my 4-bet range, my C-bet range, every fucking range of gray area bluffs, my blocker fucking range, card range, their range is capped and I'm going to shove them off a hand range. All that just gets opened up against them now because I have a little piece of information. The piece of information is they think I'm tight. So just use it to your advantage. Don't fight it. Fighting it's a waste of fucking time. Now, if you were a professional poker player and another professional poker player came in and tried to like marshmallow and you knew that they were being sort of evil about it, well, then that's a different story. Professional poker players, you treat in a completely different way, you know. That guy, you know, might need the backhand. That guy, you might need to fight fire with fire by getting him some heat at a table that he's sitting at. But when you're just dealing with amateur poker players, never fight your image. Go with your image. And this includes, like, people always say, like, oh, I sat down at the table and I was running bad for an hour and I have a really bad image. You don't have a bad image. You have a good image that isn't going to get you any fucking action. You just have to use that image. Or somebody sits down at the table and they were just running over the table. The cards decided your image in this situation. All you have to do is play into it. Just play into it. Now, if you're not comfortable playing into a tight image, then get a table change or whatever. But me personally, I have no problem with whatever. I pay very close attention to what I think people think about me, okay? And this is another important thing. Different people are going to have completely different opinions of you. I'll tell a quick story. There are guys at the casino, especially at the Commerce and in Los Angeles, who play every fucking day, literally. And these aren't necessarily professional players. A lot of these are just rich guys, retired guys trying to get away from their wives, guys who own some sort of fucking dipshitty small business, and they just take all the call. They manage the business over the phone. Guys, there was fucking attorneys and doctors who literally fucking played every day. I had one fucking doctor. He's like fucking Dr. Beeper. He's just like on the fucking phone in the middle of the hand, just going like, just slide a fucking tube down her throat, and if it does, and then call me in an hour if she flatlines. I swear to God, these are like the type of conversations this guy was having on the phone, and people know who I'm talking about from Los Angeles. Tall, Persian Jew. Okay, people know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. I didn't
know Bear Jew was a doctor.
No, Persian. That is not Bear Jew. Bear Jew is not a Persian Jew. Bear Jew is an Israeli. Persian Jews and Israelis are completely different animals. So anyway, the thing is, these people, a lot of these regulars, getting back to my story, a lot of these regulars take photos of the other regulars and write notes next to them so they can, like some sort of fucking heads-up display, so they can try to remember how people play, okay? So whenever I would see one of these dipshit fucking regulars, and these people are really dipshits, they're not professional poker players. Whenever I'd see one of these dipshit guys who takes pictures of everybody, and I would beat them in a hand or something, and then they would say, oh, what did you have? I would say, I will tell you exactly what I had. Not only that, I will give you a WPT. And what a WPT is, like, I will literally show you my hole cards sometime. You can ask to see my hole cards sometime if you want to see them. I'll give you a WPT. But what you have to do for me right now is open your phone, go to the picture of me, and show me the notes. And it would just be hilarious because they would always get this really sheepish look on their face like, what are you talking about? And I'd be like, you motherfucker. I'll say a guy's name who does it to everybody. Scott. Everybody knows Scott. But there's a million guys like Scott. It's not just Scott. Say, Scott, you motherfucker. I know you fucking take pictures of everybody and their notes. I'm here every fucking day for fucking 27 years. You have notes on me. So then he would sheepishly say like, and you'll just turn over your hand anytime I ask. I say, yes, you get one WPT, one hole card cam. And then they would open their phone, they'd be laughing because they knew the notes were going to be fucking hilarious. And then I would see the notes that the person had on me. And the notes were always just like, so fucking dumb. Like, hilariously dumb. Like, one guy, the note on me that he had in his phone was, lucky donkey. That was the only note. Lucky donkey. And then the Scots guy's note on me was, acts like a clown, plays tight. Which was actually much closer to the truth. But, you know, through seeing this, what you realize is people have an extremely different view of you depending on the tiny sliver of hands they play with you in their lifetime. One guy thought I was just a lucky donkey, like I was a complete fucking fish who got lucky against him all the time. He didn't know that I fucking just knew his hand all the time, so it looked like I was getting lucky. The other guy says, acts like a clown, plays tight. Now, I already knew that's what he thought of me, and I'd been bluffing him for fucking years. So, listen, here's the final part of this story, which is very fucking important. By understanding what people think about you, whether they think that you're tight or whether they think you're loose or whether they think that you're lucky, whether they think you're unlucky, whether they think you're crazy, whether they think you're smart, whether they think you're stupid, it will cause you to play different against them specifically. And this is the key to live poker. This is the thing that dorks don't fucking understand. This is the thing that people who play in tournaments, fucking tournament morons, this is what they don't understand. When you play cash games, you end up playing against the same people over and over and over and over again. It's not like a tournament where you're switching tables, switching tables, switching tables, switching tables. So when you know what somebody thinks of you and you know what you think of them, and you develop an individual strategy for them, not a GTO strategy, like an individual exploitive strategy. GTO is just failure. Anyone who tells me, oh, they play if anyone says they're playing GTO, what they're basically telling me is they're a coward. A real poker player never fucking plays GTO because GTO is a defensive strategy. GTO ensures that you will break even against another player playing that way. It doesn't ensure that you will exploit the weaknesses of your opponent. Anybody who's worth their salt immediately plays an exploitive way. So, but this gets we're going to go way deep here. This goes a step further. The reason why this goes a step further is once you play a super exploitive style specifically tailored for every player at the table, or at least every player that you have a lot of hands with, it's going to confuse the fuck out of everybody. Because they aren't going to be able to say, when he does this, he has that. They'll never say, when he bets $10 into a $2,000 pot, he has the nuts. They'll never be able to say, when he bets $2,000 into a $10 pot, he is bluffing. Because I've done both of those things. But I do them against specific people. I bet $2,000 into a $10 pot against a guy I know can't fucking fold. I bet $10 into a $2,000 pot against a guy I know has seen me do this before and will fold. And the other players end up making broad generalizations about how you play based on your specific play against one guy. And when they make these broad generalizations, they become just another fish in the fucking pool for you. And the reason why they make broad generalizations is because they have no choice. Because the number of hands that you play with one specific player is so small in live poker. And their IQ is not high enough to extrapolate out or to figure out that you are just doing this against that one guy. Hold on a second here. I got another call I'm going to bring in. I know you got a lot of questions, but we have to, bring in a couple other people here and there. Let's bring in this one here. 662, you're on Pokersesh.
Let's bring in it. Hello.
Yeah, what's up, 662? You're on with me and Anonymous. What's up, buddy? What do you want?
Nothing much.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing great. What's your question?
What do you think about the current situation in Sudan? I want to hear your opinion on it.
South Sudan or North Sudan?
North.
North Sudan's doing great. You should have asked about South. It's much more interesting, but you didn't, so I gotta let you go. Okay, back to Anonymous. I don't know how many
In a
questions.
time collection game, if the game's break in and one of the fish has to leave, go home or whatever, is it ever okay to offer to pay his time collection? Is that considered like patronizing the fish or whatever? Or is that a good way to keep him to stick around?
I would basically never pay the time collection of anybody to keep them around. It's too on the nose, it's too in your face, it's too predatory. Now, that said, I'm sure that I have been part of it before, but there are some situations where the person basically asks for it and you can sort of play it off a little. Like you say, okay, listen, why don't we just have whoever wins the next, if somebody wins two, I'll pay it right now, but if you win 2 pots in a row, you got to ship it back to me or something like this, right? You can make it seem like a deal. Sometimes I'll try to make it seem like a deal, like some sort of collection pot or time pot. I don't want to get into that situation. Obviously there are situations where you think you'll never see the person again. In a situation where you think you'll never see the person again, obviously you could do whatever the fuck you want. Sometimes there's a situation where the person is actually a professional poker player who's on fucking monkey life tilt or on drugs and acting like a complete fucking spaz. In that situation, you can do what you want. But in the situation of the nice fish is testing you more often than they're really asking you. And you're better off failing that test in the correct way. You're better off saying, hey, you're tired, I'm tired. Why the fuck would I pay your fucking rake to stick around? You fucking bust my ass half the time. You pay my rake to stick around. What you do is you pass the friendship test. And passing the friendship test is going to pay a lot more than getting the guy to play an extra 2 hours knowing that you're a predatory pile of shit. All right, so that's my opinion on that. Always pass the friendship test.
True. You mentioned that in LA, it's easy to just show up in the house, they'll give you half the rate, the spread mixed games and shit, be a prop player.
Right.
Is that like an LA only thing? I've had absolutely no luck even starting these conversations with the floor. They're like, no, we don't give a fuck. Our games go or they don't. We don't need your help. Like, is that LA only that does that shit? Or have you ever heard of that, experienced it elsewhere?
House players and hosts and private games that are run inside a casino are not an LA thing, but they are a poker thing, okay? So the thing is, if you try to get the house to pay you to play poker and or pay you to run poker games in a casino that has slot machines and pit games, they're going to be like, why the fuck would we pay you to do something that we already hate? We already fucking hate the fact that people sit in the fucking poker room and they don't gamble on anything else. And poker players are fucking old man coffee life nits. And they fucking, all the regulars annoy the fucking shit out of us every day asking for freebies, even though we get almost nothing from them. And they don't have friends, and they don't throw parties, and they don't ask for the fucking honeymoon suite, and they don't ask for, and they don't fucking go crazy in the pits. Why the fuck would we want you to bring more of these people in? And why the fuck would we pay you to act this way? So if you have slot machines, or if you have a full range of pit games, you generally do not like poker players. You endure poker players. And this is why Vegas is closing so many poker rooms the first fucking chance they can get. If there's some sort of mini poker boom, they'll open their goddamn poker room. And then as soon as the first fucking chance can get in, they just wheel slot machines into that spot and close the poker room. So, I mean, in 2000, whatever, you name it, 10, 12, 14, there was who knows how many fucking poker rooms in Las Vegas. 20, 30 maybe. Every fucking casino had a fucking poker room. The Treasure Island and the fucking Bally's and the fucking Ellis Island and the fucking El Cortez and every fucking shithole casino had a poker room. Those are all closed. They're all fucking closed. Every fucking one of those poker rooms are closed. Because the casino manager can't wait to close that shit. And so you can't go in and ask the casino management for money in a casino where they don't want you. But if you go to a casino where they want you, which is casinos in LA, Texas, maybe to a smaller casinos in like Florida or whatever, where the poker actually is important to them, where they need foot traffic, where poker is a big part of the amount of money that they make per month, then they will do business with you. But if the place doesn't need foot traffic, if poker isn't a big part of the amount of business they do per month, they aren't going to do any business with you.
You planning to go visit the Bronx Queens Casino when they open in the next couple of years to angle advantage play in the house games or play poker, or you don't care for that?
Well, no, this is the part where like I say something I shouldn't say. But I'm truthful in the show, so I'm going to just say it. I'm retired. I made my millions. I won't literally step off the fucking sidewalk if I don't feel like it, Like I won't do anything out of my ordinary day if it even disturbs me in the slightest. So the idea of me flying across the country to do that is not something I would do anymore. Now, it's something I would have done, and it's something that I know how to do, but it's not something... Hey, 302, turn down your computer. We'll bring you on the air. Hey, okay, 302, you're on Pokersesh. Okay, you have to turn everything down, you fucking dipshit, or we can't hear you. Okay, bye, 302. Millsboro, anybody living near Millsboro, Delaware? The people there are literally fucking retarded. I know I'm not supposed to say that either, but you just heard it. Am I wrong? It's not about being correct. It's about being right. All right, let's see here. We got another caller. Let's see this one here.
You still here?
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, 719. Hey. 719, you're on Pokersesh with Anonymous.
Hey, man, I just called to say hello and ask you a couple questions.
Sure, bud.
I watched you last week, and I was like, what was missing from last week? And I figured it out. No cigar. Where's the cigar, buddy?
Oh, God. I was dreading this. I was dreading people figuring out there's no cigar because it's going to make me look like such a fucking pussy. Okay.
Oh, World Poker Tour said no cigar, and you relented. Is that what happened?
No. I'm not that big of a pussy. Come on now. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that big.
That was the pussy thing that I was thinking.
No. My wife said no cigar.
No more cigars ever, or no more on on stream?
No more in this room. Okay, the room I'm in. Like, here's the thing you got to understand. This behind me, this is not like one of those computer things. Listen, this is the fucking wall. This is my wall. This is a mural.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same as from Pokersesh from years ago.
Well, there was a
different mural.
Yes, that was a different mural, but yes, it was a mural as well. So that's a mural, and it's in a room. And this room that I'm in used to be my poker room, where I hosted a private poker game. And for years, I hosted this private poker game, and it was the official Mensa poker game. But it wasn't just Mensa members. It was Mensa members and other people that got invited, like friend of a friend of a friend. But for years, it was the official Mensa poker game. And, I had professional table, professional chips, professional fucking everything. No rake. No rake. It was a real fucking home game. But it was decent stakes. It was 1, 2, 5 to go. People would lose thousands of dollars. But this was in
I'm guessing just because these people are Mensa, they're not necessarily good poker players.
No, they're fucking horrible. And they're the best kind of horrible. They're the kind of horrible where they never realize they're horrible because they're so fucking convinced that they're good. And this is 25, 27, 28, 30. This is the mid 90s. So this is a long fucking time ago. This game at that point in time for a regular home game was considered huge. And the way that we were playing that game, dealer call it, pot limit, was just odd, very odd. Nothing like that existed. So it was dealer call it, pot limit. You could call any fucking casino game. You couldn't call non-casino games. If you called a non-casino game, it basically required everyone to vote yes. So you couldn't call like Night Baseball or Queen Fall of the Queen or Clit or Black Mariah. Although, late enough at night, we would end up playing all those at pot limit. So that was what this room was for years and years and years. But then when I stopped hosting poker in this room, everyone, because you could smoke in here, unlimited smoking, unlimited drinking. When I stopped hosting poker in this room, then my wife took the room as basically her office / guest bedroom, okay? So when my wife took the room as her office / guest bedroom, now I can't smoke cigars in here anymore because if you smoke a cigar in a room, it's going to smell like cigar for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month. So I have relented. Pokersesh, you got to remember, Pokersesh was off the air from probably, 2016 until 2025? So it was off the air for like maybe 9 years. This is what happened during that 9 years when there was no Pokersesh. So now I come back with Pokersesh fucking 9 years later, like the fucking Auschwitz victims from the fucking movie Victory. The World Poker Tour comes and fucking digs me out of the fucking concentration camp and says, "Can you still play soccer?" Like they're fucking Sylvester Stallone. This is a very fucking deep reference. They come and dig me out, ask me if I can still play soccer like they're fucking Sylvester Stallone. I'm like, I can still play soccer. Of course I can't fucking play soccer anymore. I don't fucking know shit. I haven't done a podcast in 9 years. And I can't smoke cigars anymore. But I still can have a country club pour of the world's greatest wine. So that's all you're going to get, Pueblo, Colorado.
All right, here's another thing that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You're not a tournament guy.
No.
Why is I've never heard you do anything but bash on tournaments. Why is Poker Tour reaching out to you? They're trying to attract your degenerate audience. Come on, what's the deal with that?
Here's the thing.
Wow, you literally stole one of my questions.
Good. See, this is why I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I love killing 2 birds with 1 stone. World Poker Tour is run by the Triads. No, I mean, no, just kidding, obviously. Don't come and kill me. It's run by Chinese businessmen, okay? And just regular Chinese businessmen. Obviously. Why would I fucking say that? And when one of the guys, I don't want to say his name, but one of the guys knows me from way back in maybe the early 2000s, the poker boom time, 2004, 2003, poker boom. And I was actually like his poker coach for a while because I used to do that over 20 years ago before I realized it was so fucking annoying I couldn't do it anymore. For any amount of money, I cannot do it. I was like, okay, I'll charge $200 an hour, too annoying. Charge $300, too annoying. Charge $400, too annoying. Charge $500, too annoying. Fuck, it's just too annoying. If I can't fucking do it for $500 an hour, I can't do it. So anyway, this guy is one of the guys who runs the World Poker Tour now. And he is just a really fucking cool dude in this way, in that like he just doesn't give a fuck. So like basically he was just like, I want Pokersesh back. And I was like, okay. And he's like, we'll pay you. We'll take care of you. We'll get you a code. Just bring Pokersesh back. And I'm like, you know it's going to be a clusterfuck. You know I'm going to say World Poker Tour is run by the Triad. I mean, no, I didn't actually say that. You know that it's going to be like a train wreck. You know that I don't have any control over myself. I already said retard tonight. You know that it's going to be like no benefit to you. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun. I always love the show and I want it back. So, you know what? That's what happened. And
here's one more thing that they've got to do for you.
Okay.
They got to, for all the fucking ads they play, they need to spend a few extra bucks so we can listen to some Exodus or some Slayer instead of The Entertainer when you're coming on.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Here's what you got to remember. It's like some of you remember this, like the real OG fans remember this. The old Pokersesh, when I owned Live at the Bike, I played tons of cool music, super cool music, like rare stuff, B-sides, obscure bands you hadn't heard of, and a lot of stuff that you had heard of.
Covers.
Yeah, I played all kinds of stuff. And people would tune in, and then they would talk about the music, and people would ask me about the music. And sometimes at the end of the show, I would just play music for an hour, like a DJ or something. And then at the end of that hour, sometimes it would be like 11 p.m. or something. I would just start the show again. And it was called Pokersesh Overtime. For those of you who can remember, Pokersesh Overtime. And then during Pokersesh Overtime, just like all fucking hell would break loose. It's where I got people calling me who were drugged up and people calling me who were cheating and people, this is like insane shit would happen on Pokersesh Overtime. So the reason why I could do that is because Live at the Bike was streamed on its own website and it was a subscription service. So because Live at the Bike was streamed on its own website and it was a subscription service, I could play anything I wanted. Now, we simulcast it on Twitch and we simulcast it on YouTube, and the YouTube show would always get taken down for copyright infringement, and the Twitch show would get all hacked up for fucking copyright infringement. But I didn't give a fuck because the only people I cared about were the subscribers who were watching it on Live at the Bike. And on Live at the Bike,
Amen.
On Live at the Bike, you could watch it in the archives forever if you were a subscriber. And the people who wanted to watch it and hear all the cool music and had to watch it live. And because when you watch live, even on YouTube or Twitch, they let me play the music. They just take the video down after it's done. Well, now, because I don't have a subscription service and the entirety of the show exists on YouTube and Twitch, I can't play I have to play public domain music, because if I play any music that's not public domain, the show just disappears when it's done. And like a couple of the shows just disappeared. And then people call me, they text me, they fucking find me on social media. They say, where's the show? Where's the show? I say, hey, you know, I played Lee Scratch Perry for 20 minutes. And I played a bunch of cool Lee Scratch Perry songs you probably never heard before. And the estate of Lee Scratch Perry fucking complained and got the show taken off, which is insane. Because the fucking estate of Lee Scratch Perry should understand that the only fucking person playing that music is me on planet Earth, number one. Number two, the fact that I get that out to the 2,000 people that watch the show over Twitch and YouTube, the people who watch the show on tape, those 2,000 people are now introduced to Lee Scratch Perry. They never knew fucking shit about Lee Scratch Perry. So anyway, that's it. That's the whole story.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks it was good talking to you. I'm gonna get off the phone here and just chill. That's about all I had. That's about all I had to say.
All right, take it easy,
Good seeing
brother.
you again on stream, bro.
All right, thanks for the call. There he goes.
Cheers.
Pueblo, Colorado.
Yo, what's the best way to recruit players to a low-stakes home game? Like, what's the best kind of genuine, inexpensive comps you can offer without going above and beyond into the super illegal territory? I mean, is it part two of the question? Is it bad to give out credit to these players? If you're, running a home game on the up and up, that wink, wink, nudge, nudge doesn't take a cut. Is it a bad idea to give credit to these people if you kind of trust them, and if so, do you do it as like a friendly no juice loan you think is best, more likely to get paid back on that, or you always got to have the juice start the moment the loan starts with the muscle to back it up, and then at what point, the size of the game, do you got to get security? Like for a 1-2 game, you're probably fine with not worrying about security, but if you start playing 2-5, 5-10, and bigger, you probably want to make sure that the fucking game isn't being cased.
Listen, at low stakes, the best thing you can offer to people is fun. Because it's low stakes. And the worst thing you can offer to people is things that make it seem like an illegal poker game. If you're offering a low stakes game, what you're offering is fun. Now, can you loan people money? Sure. But it's a fun loan. There's never any fucking strings attached. Number one. Number two, can you rake? Yes, but you rake an amount that no one cares about, and you basically tell them this is going to cover pizza, this is going to cover beer. If at the end of the night comes and there's not enough and there's extra money in the rake bucket, I just give it back to you. You're much, much better off running a fun game at low stakes than you are running something the equivalent of like a fucking Chauncey Billups game at 1-2. And here's the reason why. I told you I ran the Mensa game for years. There was no rake. Zero. I did give credit to people sometimes, but it was just like, whatever. I would hand a guy $1,000. What the fuck do I care? He's in Mensa. Well, the odds I'm going to get stiff were very fucking low. In fact, over my lifetime, the odds were zero. I never got stiffed once. In that game, I've gotten
stiff. In the Mensa game or lifetime just in general?
No, in the Mensa game. In lifetime in general, I've gotten stiff lots of times. And so then you ask, like, well, what was the point? The point was fun. Because this is the thing people forget about poker. Poker is supposed to be fucking fun. I can't believe I have to say this out loud. But the poker industrial complex and poker streamers and poker vlogs, not this one, obviously, and poker tournaments and the poker television complex have destroyed poker. Nobody thinks of poker as fun anymore. Everybody thinks it as either a job or a pseudo job. They think of it as a way to make money. Poker was just always supposed to be fun. You made money secretly if you were smart. At one point in the Mensa home game, which only went officially 1 day a week, I won 33 straight sessions. 33 straight sessions. So that means for 33 fucking weeks, which is 9 months in a row, 9 fucking months, I never tasted defeat. Why the fuck would I rake that game? Why would I bring into that game the concept of winning and losing? Why would I bring into that game the concept of profit? I mean, yes, it was a small game. But let's say my average win was, this is in 1995 or something. From 1995 to maybe 2001, as soon as the poker boom started, it ended. People wanted to go. The poker industrial complex basically killed the game. So maybe it was 1992 until 2003 or something. Let's say I was only making $300 on my average session. Let's say the average amount of time the game was going was 8 hours. The game started at 6 p.m. and it usually went until, like 2 a.m. So 8 hours. So I'm just sitting in my house. I'm sitting in my house. I'm smoking cigars. I'm drinking fucking beer. I'm winning $300 on average, 33 fucking weeks in a row. You know? Why can't that? Yes, it was not my job. It was not my life. I was a vice president of a finance company at this point in fucking time. But why can't that just be enough if you're doing a low stakes game? Why can't that just be enough? I could not rake $300 in that game. Raking $300 would have destroyed the game. But winning it was just fucking normal. Oh, fucking Abe. Fucking Abe, there he goes. He's winning. He's fucking winning again. He got me again. Oh, well, it is his house. And he is good at poker. And he is funny and has fun. And he will fucking flip with you at the end of the night if you want for the whole fucking stack. He obviously, is not making a living doing this. And he is a sport on everything. And so people just came and came and came and played and played and played. And that's the way it went. I don't think maybe the player pool in total was 20 people and you'd get 8 to show up on any given week. I would say out of those 20 people, only 2 realized that I never fucking lost. Maybe 2. The rest are just having fun. People would come to my game and get so fucking drunk. I should have probably been considered like an accomplice to like many crimes. I mean, there's a guy that we called Bushmills. He drank an entire 5th of Bushmills every game. An entire 5th every single game. He destroyed his fucking carport driving through it. And his wife said he couldn't come anymore. And I had to fucking tell his wife that we were out doing something else when the poker game was going because he wanted to keep coming to the poker game. He never got raked $1. I loaned him money. He drank a 5th of fucking Bushmills every fucking game. He lost $1,000 every single fucking game in a 1-2-5 to go game. Dealer call it. So why can't it just be fun? And here's the thing. The reason why it can't just be fun is because the world we live in now is a bullshit fucking world where everybody fucking plays to win or thinks they're playing to win or understands that other people are playing to win. Nobody just thinks it's luck anymore. Nobody thinks it's gambling. And because of that, you just can't have fun. The idea of fun poker was destroyed by tournaments, televised poker, training sites, and vlogs. Destroyed. The poker industrial complex destroyed the idea of fun poker. And the reason that they destroyed the idea of fun poker is because they had a chance at the very beginning when ESPN and when Poker Night in America and Poker After Dark and when all these shows came about, they had the opportunity to portray poker as dirty, seedy, semi-criminal, dangerous activity, which is what it had been for the entire time up to then. That's what it had been. Maverick or the fucking the riverboat gambler, the midnight gambler, everything about poker up until then had been about how it was dangerous. It had an air of Vegas, the mob, danger.
Speaking of Riverboat Gambler and all that stuff, you know that guy, right?
Oh, that I don't want to talk about him. He's too fucking tilting to talk about him. He's the most
too tilting. I just had a simple segue question about. I heard you canceled someone's bet or something. And it was standard procedure. I don't know. Is that the tilting part of it?
You're talking about
the LA guy.
Yeah,
Jonah or some shit.
Yes. You're talking about Jonas, our Riverboat King, RBK.
Yeah, he was canceling some people's bets, saying, "Oh, you're sharp. I can't pay you out or whatever." That's terrible business, right?
Listen. Me and that guy don't get along. I don't like the way that guy does business. I don't like his jack off face. I don't like his jack off tattoos. I don't like him. Jack off. Get the fuck out of my Oceanside community. He doesn't like. I'm sure he'll say the same thing about me. But I have a much better reputation than him. It's not even close. So take that for what it's worth. There's a lot of just they're not really. I don't even want to get into it. What good does it do me? Listen. I was talking about something important though. If at the point of the poker boom, they would have continued with poker being, and I know it's I'm going to get in trouble again. I know it's gay. I know it's contrived. When you watch a show and they're like, we're going to the Las Vegas Hilton. This is where Bugsy Siegel shot fucking whatever. Got shot. Whatever. This is, oh my gosh.
He got shot in New York, I think.
I'm just making this shit up. This is where this happened and this is where that happened. And it's all so contrived. It's all so gay. Okay. But there are people who believe this shit about the mob running Vegas. These people have a name in the poker community. These people are called fucking fish. Okay. They're called fucking fish. And you just don't tap the tank. You don't start telling the fish that it's not swashbuckling. It needs to be swashbuckling. It needs to be maverick. It needs to be dangerous. It needs to be, it needs to titillate. Gambling needs to titillate. Push shove charts do not titillate. ICM does not titillate. GTO is not swashbuckling. It's a buzzkill. It fucking makes your boner go from like this to like this. It's a fucking instant penis softener. It destroys the fucking game. And all of these people, because they were obsessed with being professional poker players, and they were obsessed with it being a fine, upstanding career, and they were obsessed with like, let's do a charity tournament. Let's support the troops. Oh, let's do a charity tournament for cancer, because they felt guilty because they went to fucking college and all they had to show for it was being a shitbag fucking gambler, a parasite on humanity. They had to pretend that it was something bigger than it was. A career. A fucking career. And the career narrative is what has destroyed fucking poker. It was never supposed to be a career. Officially. Unofficially, it was a career for lots of us. But it was never supposed to be a fucking career officially. All right. Let's see. Phone lines open.
We're playing a 1-2 game. And
Hold up before your next fucking 1-2 question, which is going to fucking just almost kill me. 516.
All right, we'll talk about something better then.
Okay.
You're planning to write a poker book?
Hold on a second. 516-259-9515. Phone lines are open, even though they seem like they aren't. You feel free to call in anytime you want. EM702 in the chat. Oh no, Kevin Clarkson's in the chat. Nico's in the chat. He says, I hear what you're saying. Good, thank you. I'm yelling it. I hope you can hear it. Preton Martin's in the chat. Nick Vertucci's in the chat. What up, Nick Vertucci? Kevin G's in the chat. What can we watch you play PLO again? You're never going to be able to watch me play PLO again. All the luminaries are in the chat, and the phone lines are open. 516-259-9515. Feel free to call in. I had heard from a little birdie that somebody from the World Poker Tour was going to call in tonight named Roger. He's probably going to call in and tell me that I'm fired. So thank God he's not calling in yet. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't think I would get fired. They knew. They knew. They had to know. They knew. Okay, okay. Oh God, I don't want to take this call. It's fucking Kevin. Okay, I'm going to take it for 1 second, and then he's supposed to be the last call tonight. So, wait, I got another call. I don't. Okay, fucking fine.
Poker conspiracy. You ready for this one?
Okay, wait, hold on a second. I got to tell this. Kevin, what do you want, Kevin? You're supposed to call in last.
Oh, I don't know. I wanted to call in midway through. I thought it'd be mix it up, you know?
But you're annoying the fuck out of everybody right now.
Am I? Fuck, man, I just called in.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be last.
Ah,
I made a promise. I made a promise to the listeners that you would be last. And so then if they didn't like you, they could just stop listening at that point and go back to listening to like EDM or whatever these idiots listen, whatever the people listen to.
yeah, fair enough. I don't know, maybe I could help you answer these basic ass 1-2 poker knowledge questions.
Okay.
I got a question for
you
the
know
both
what?
of you.
Actually, Kevin, that was
I can answer it so quick.
Kevin, this is genius. This is literally genius. Because then I don't have to deal with this. Okay, Anonymous. Give your $1,
Kevin.
$2 question to Kevin.
Kevin, I'm playing the 1-2 game the other day. There's a nickname player. I'm gonna use some nicknames here. I don't even care if they listen and hear it.
Sure.
It's not that serious, but 1-2 game. One guy's nickname is Action. The other guy's name, one of Lyman's favorite names, is Sammy. They get into some wacky three-way fucking all-in limp raise pot. Board runs out like fucking, I don't know, king bullshit. Not king little, but like just some other shit comes out. They show down their hands. One guy's just like, I lose. The other guy's like, no, I lose. And they're both just like, you know, sheepishly to show their hands.
Yeah.
Guy tables an 8-7 for 8 high. And the other guy's just like, yep, you're good. And scoops like a $200 pot or whatever. I mean, how do you react to that? Or you just give no reaction? Do you even like
You just
juice up the
chuckle,
table and say like, oh my God, I can't believe I just seen a fucking 100 big blind pocket shipped 3-way all in to 8 high? Or you just smile and be quiet and let it.
Well, you smile, you laugh, you make friends, and you know it's pretty obvious what happened. So you go along with it. Hey, I mean, this is a really easy question, but you know what happens? Like when ridiculous shit happens, you don't want to like alienate the guy and be all like, "Wow, you're so fucking stupid," blah 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 blah. You want to go along with it, and so like you don't even have to point it out too, like unless like the guy that.
Well, they were already pointing it out. They were already this is the most absurd thing I've ever seen in my life. How is 8 high good for $200 here?
So wait, Kevin.
You lost it all, you know.
Kevin.
Because you want to keep that guy there.
Listen, Kevin, is that what Garrett should have done when Robbie turned over the 8-9 or the Jack 4?
Well, Garrett tried to take over the Hustler Casino Live by pulling that scene.
Right.
Same thing he did with Survivor. If you actually research Garrett's Survivor exit.
Right.
So like real quick, just want to let everybody know, Garrett, like on Survivor, like there was this girl named Jatia, this black girl who spilled the rice, and she was going to get kicked out because it's Survivor.
Right.
Garrett called a town hall meeting and tried to control the group, and then he got kicked out instead of this girl that destroyed their food. So it's basically what happened, in my opinion, at Casino Live. But like back to your 1-2 situation, you just go along with it because you need to keep those guys at the table. You know?
Kevin. Okay.
Let's let the viewer talk more, bro.
Kevin, everything I thought would happen happened, and it still wasn't entertaining. Okay, Kevin, here's the thing.
What's the best poker snack to sneak into the casino in a backpack?
Okay, Anonymous. I need to tell Kevin something.
That's a good question.
Kevin, I need to tell you something.
What?
Call back later. I'm going to give you something to think about before you call back.
Are you going to say some really like pessimistic, negative thing?
No, I'm not. Okay.
All right, let's hear it then.
You know
You
what?
got to answer this guy's poker snack question.
Do you know fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want you to think
Give me
about.
3 names.
Garrett Adelstein.
All right.
These are all people who you love and want to see naked.
Come on. Hurry up.
These are all people you love and want to see naked.
I've played this game my whole life growing up. Hurry the fuck up.
Garrett Adelstein, Doug Polk, Daniel Negreanu. Think about that for later.
I'd kill Daniel Negreanu. I would fuck Doug Polk. I'd marry Garrett.
Wait.
Bro, you're like 10 years. You're like 10 years dated, bro. This is like a.
No,
I
Kevin.
grew up on this shit, bro.
Kevin, I wasn't done
What?
yet. I wasn't done yet. I was going to give you.
How do you let the other caller talk more, bro?
I wasn't done yet. I was going to give you another option. You could.
No, you already gave me the fuck, marry, kill game, bro.
No.
How do you let the other caller talk, dude?
No.
You talk too much.
Kevin,
You gotta let other people talk too.
I let you talk, but I'm trying to tell you I was going to let you also have the option of fucking all three. Which you would have taken. Get off my fucking phone. Of course you would have taken that. Anonymous. Okay, I got another anonymous. Second.
Wait. Don't hang up on Kevin. Don't hang up on him.
I'm not going to hang up on
How
him.
many
Kevin.
people can you get on one call?
I just muted him. Other anonymous,
Kevin.
you're on the phone. What's up?
Yeah, Kevin, I have a question for you, buddy.
Okay, Kevin, I'm unmuting you.
Kevin.
I'm unmuting you. Somebody has a question for you.
All right, let's hear it real quick. Kevin, so I was perusing your Instagram, and it looks like at some point in time you actually were a baller LA poker player posting shit porn in your stacks, bruh. What happened, dude? Now you're bragging about winning $200 at 1-2, man. You used to be someone, man. What happened, bruh?
COVID happened, and I had like a 36K roll and 15K got walled in like 3 months because they closed the casinos.
How did?
And then I slacked off in my 20s. But I'm grinding 5-5 now, and like, you know, like $200 to a $300 win in like 3 to 4 hours of play is a great night, and I'm happy with that. And I like to post. I think it's fun. I am working back and working hard towards high stakes poker, but I'm enjoying myself.
Kevin, the other, I know I'm getting sucked down the Kevin vortex. Okay.
This is good.
First anonymous, what was your question about snacks?
Oh yeah,
Beef
what's
jerky.
your best poker snack to sneak into a backpack into the casino?
So
Beef
Kevin,
jerky and cashews and almonds.
Kevin,
Cashews and almonds?
Kevin,
Beef jerky.
Kevin,
Good choice.
Kevin,
Dude, people have done this. We've done this shit, bro.
Kevin,
You don't ever bring food to the casino.
you steal. What do you steal to bring to the casino? What's your favorite snack?
Well, as a 5-5 player, I don't really steal that much anymore, but I mean, I wouldn't do, honestly, bro, I wouldn't do any of those snacks. I would just eat like a healthy protein meal, like In-N-Out or like Chipotle before, because like, I guess really if you need like almonds or cashews or a little beef jerky, but you don't want to overload on nuts, you know?
But you just, Kevin, you just told the guy to bring fucking nuts.
Yes, yeah, but I'm saying like, I don't do that anymore. That's like if you're fucking doing an 8-hour session.
What?
Why do you?
Okay, Kevin, here's my question. You're going to go to the casino for 8 hours. What do you bring?
4 nowadays.
You're going to go to the casino for 8 hours. What do you bring and where do you steal it from? That's my question.
Trader Joe's, you steal their cashews. You self-identify as a woman, and you bring a purse and you put it in your purse, and you walk out. That's what you do in California, at least. That's what we do in California.
Okay, Kevin. Now admit. If I would have given you the option to fuck all three, you would have fucked all three. Admit it.
Sure, bro.
Of course. Thank you. Okay, call back later, Kevin. Anonymous.
Another question for Kevin too. Real quick before you mute him. Have you ever been kicked out or temporarily permanently banned from a poker room, and if so, why?
Yes, he has. I can't continue with Kevin.
He's the star of the show.
Okay, I'm gonna bring him back. Oh God, I can't. Okay, Kevin. Kevin, did you hear the question, Kevin?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I've been banned from a few casinos. I've done some crazy, drunk, wild, dumb shit.
You weren't drunk, Kevin. You were never drunk. Kevin, you weren't drunk. You weren't drunk.
In some casinos, I was drunk and ran my mouth, but it's part of the game. Getting banned from casinos is part of the game.
I've never been banned in 28 years.
You only go to one casino. You only go to Commerce.
No, I only go to Commerce while you've been a poker player. I was a poker player when you still lived at home. Oh, wait, you still fucking live at home. I've been a poker player the entire time you lived at home, when you were a baby and when you're a fucking adult. Now, Kevin.
What? No, dude, I fucking paid for apartments for most of my poker career.
No.
Which in California is about $2.5 a month.
Kevin, you live at home right now, correct?
I live in my family's condo right now. Fuck you, eh? There's nothing. I'm so happy not having to pay California rent right now. All right, you can have off, dude.
Okay, Kevin, I can't take you
What?
anymore. I can't take you anymore. Okay, Kevin.
Oh, boo-hoo, I don't have to pay rent anymore. Boo-hoo.
Okay, think of some better questions for later in the show, please.
Casinos or church? Do you ever dress up like it's a Sunday service or a Hasidic Sabbath temple when you're going to the casino?
No, and no, of course not. Neither does Kevin. I can't take Kevin anymore. I had to get rid of him. Kevin could call back in an hour. It's too much. It's too much. It's fucking. It's too much.
Many, many moons ago, years ago, this guy at a 2-5 table was telling me that the blue $100 bills had RFID tracker,
Right.
and they use them at the airport to see if you're like carrying a whole bunch of cash. Is that guy full of shit, or is he telling the truth? You know anything about that? I've never really tested it moving around big currency like that, but did they put something in the money where they can track it when you're moving a bunch of it? Because I know that they don't want you moving a bunch without telling them, you know, especially out of the country and in the country.
I
You
think.
know anything about that?
I mean, here it's pretty easy. Here, let me find out. I will just. Can the Fed track giant pallets of money? Okay.
Specifically the blue hundreds.
No, it says they do not. They do not track the pallets of money. It says they don't. No, yeah, according to Gemini, the Fed. There's like the Bank Secrecy Act, and I'll say okay. I'll change it to can anyone. Track
TSA.
giant pallets of money using blue band. We're going to see what AI knows here. No, the blue band itself cannot track giant pellets of money. There you go. You see?
Follow-up question from another similar poker doc I heard saying that every casino's got a Secret Service booth to track counterfeiters.
No.
You ever heard anything about that?
Well, no,
Or they don't give a fuck?
that's complete bullshit. I know that for a fact because I worked in the casino for so many years.
In Atlantic City, someone told me this. She said, for sure, they got a Secret Service booth there. You give them a fake note, they'll be on your ass in a second. Like, I don't know if this guy was
No. Atlantic City is the worst place to get advice, by the way. A bunch of fucking Goombas in T-shirts that are cutting off the circulation of their fucking head. That's who... Okay, here we go. Well, let me see who's...
You ever played in Greenstein's blackjack game? He wrote in one of his books, like Ace in the River, something used to do blackjack games. You ever played in this game?
Why would I play in... I've spent a lot of
So
time...
you're a card counter.
I've spent a lot of
Would you
time
rather-
with Barry Greenstein. I've golfed and gambled a lot with Barry Greenstein. There's no fucking way I would play in Barry Greenstein's fucking blackjack game. Barry Greenstein's a very sharp guy. He's not gonna let me just sit and count cards in his blackjack game. That said, I have dealt blackjack at a private game before because sometimes at the end of the night at different private games that I had gone to way back in the day, you get to the end of the night, there would only be 2 or 3 of you or something. And, you know, fish don't necessarily like to play poker through 2 or 3 handed. It's not as much fun. And so what I would suggest is I would just deal them blackjack. They would say, oh, this is boring. Oh, this harkens back to your pay their rake thing. I would never say I would pay their rake. They're saying this.
You ever give them good rules on blackjack, like 2-1 suited, or even like one time I gave someone 2-1 blackjacks and he crushed me for 6,000.
Well, of course, that's just stupid. You don't give somebody fucking 2-1 blackjacks. No, I would give them regular Vegas rules, right? Okay, 3-2 blackjacks, double after split ante 2, split aces once, dealer hits on soft 17. I would give them, if they wanted me to change one of the rules, like don't hit soft 17, dealer stand soft 17, or if they wanted me to change the rule, you could resplit aces as many as you want. I would do that, but my initial rules I give them would be just like strip rules. And if they wanted to ask me to change it, I would change it. Now, here's what would end up happening, and this is the fucking greatest. What would end up happening was I would usually be crushing them, obviously, because they're bad at fucking blackjack, just like they're bad at poker. They're fucking, hitting, standing on 12 and hitting 17 and fucking, splitting deuces and all kinds of stupid shit that they shouldn't be doing. And so I'd be crushing them. And then they would say, well, I want a deal. And I would say, sure, of course. And the best thing about dealing first is when they ask for all of the good rules and you say yes, you know with 100% certainty, at least in my experience, because I did this more than once, did this several times, you know with 100% certainty they're going to ask to deal at some point because they're going to be getting crushed. And then when they ask to deal, you get the rules, okay? So now you're playing poker, so this is single deck. You're never dealing poker out of a shoe, so there's never a shoe sitting around. So now they end up dealing you single deck with good rules, and you're counting cards. I'm counting cards. They don't know I'm counting cards because I'm fucking good at it. I'm a professional gambler. I'm a semi-criminal. No one fucking knows what I'm up to. No one ever knows what I'm up to. But I'm up to every fucking illegal thing you can think about. No one knows what I'm up to. And then I just start destroying them because they don't know about penetration. A fish doesn't know about penetration. A fish knows as much about penetration as Kevin knows about penetration, which is 0. I know as much about penetration as fucking Debbie does Dallas. I know as much about penetration as fucking I don't even know who famous porn stars anymore. I said Debbie does Dallas. I know a lot about penetration. So these motherfuckers are dealing these things down to the last card. And when they're like, oh, should I keep dealing? I'm going to use the last card. I say, yeah, just shuffle after you deal the last card, just shuffle the rest of the pack and finish the hand. I'm fucking just steering them. I'm steering them into total destruction. When I deal, they lose. And when they deal, they lose. This is what it's like to be someone who hangs out with me. When you are in charge, you lose. And when I'm in charge, you lose. And you want to know why? Because no one ever fucking knows that this is my job until just like now. I'm retired now. I can give away all the secrets now. But for most of my life, no one, even if they knew I was a winner, I didn't act like a winner. I didn't fucking wear a fucking watch with a big fucking face on it. I didn't have a fucking diamond medallion or some fucking shit. I didn't fucking have a leather backpack filled with flags. I didn't fucking ask them to tune the TV to Premier League. I didn't talk about fucking omakase sushi night that I was having with fucking Stephen Chidwick and Ike Haxton. I talked about, ooh, what's your favorite hand, bro? Mine's 6'9". You know what I call it? Dinner for two. Other pros think I'm fucking corny. You gotta be fucking corny. You know, there's other fucking pros watching this right now who are saying to themselves, this guy is so fucking corny. But guess what? Corny gets the millions. Corny gets the millions. And not only does Corny get the millions, Corny gets the millions without studying fucking push-pull charts and GTO and ICM and all. Corny gets the millions just by hanging out with people who fucking want to gamble. Corny, that's how Corny gets the millions. Corny gets the millions having fun. Corny doesn't get the millions studying a fucking advanced course in gamesman in game theory and game theory optimal and blah 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 and this is 1,000 hours. Corny gets the money just having fun. I get all the money just fucking having fun. That's why it's good. Everybody should just think you're corny. Everybody should just think you're a fucking fish. Everybody should think you're a fucking clown. That is the key to it all. But it doesn't exist anymore. That world is gone. And the reason that world is gone is because of the fucking way that poker was presented in 2004. It was presented the wrong way and it killed it all.
Make poker great again.
All right.
You ever going to write a poker book?
No. This is it. This is the poker book. You want a poker book? Here's what you do. Go to this show. Go to this show, and there's a little button for AI, and you can ask for transcript. Go to the transcript. Go to every fucking show I've ever done over the last 20 years or whatever. I don't know when I started doing these shows. I started at Bart's fucking thing. I fucking started at Crush Live Poker with Bart Hansen. Go to every fucking show I've done. Ask AI to give you a transcript. print out all the fucking transcripts, put them in a 3-ring binder, and you have the greatest gambling book ever written. I mean, in my opinion, you would have the greatest gambling book ever written. And it's yours for free. And here's the thing. Unlike the fucking estate of Lee Scratch Perry, unlike Metallica, unlike the estate of Pantera, I am giving you it free. You can sell it. You can reproduce it. You can do anything you fucking want with it. You can say you wrote it. I gift this to the world. This is the thing about making your millions being a corny fucking poker player. When you make your millions being a corny fucking poker player, this fucking shit just doesn't matter to me. Somebody, Kevin, who's broke, who fucking should go back to working at In-N-Out Burger where he used to work. Kevin, the worst fucking social media director, he's my social media director, the worst fucking social media director in the history of social media directors. He should go print all this shit up and put it out as a book. He could say it was his. He would never do that, but he should do that. We got a call, 240, you're on Pokersesh.
What's up, Lyman, man? It's Roger here from WPT. How the fuck are we doing, man?
Yo, Roger, what's up, my man? Did you call to fire me?
What'd you say?
Did you call to fire me?
No, hell no, man. I want to keep this show going forever.
Oh, thank you. See, now these are my brothers. The World Poker Tour. They put up with a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, since the guard has changed, I think there's no boundaries. I think we know the same people here.
Have you been listening to the whole show?
I have been listening.
Well, then I'm stone free. You heard it all.
Yeah, I fucking love it, dude.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, like the last thing you brought up, right, was like how the poker world was presented in 2004,
right,
and how that fucked up everything. Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest, I'm on the content side of things here, and like this whole, I want to talk about this WSOP docuseries, right? Like, I don't know if you've seen any of it, right? But it looks like it was made mainly for regs stroking other regs, and
right,
and not for civilians who know what a fucking big blind is, right? Like, so if we're going to talk about poker stories that should be out there, we actually want to recruit Rex and normal people to care. Like, what kind of story should we be telling here? If you had the budget, what would you make?
If I had the budget, I would make a documentary about sour rooters. Do you know what they are?
No, I don't. I've heard this term. What is this term?
Sour rooters are the scummy subculture of poker slot machine advantage play. So a few years back, they started putting slot machines in the casino that were EV positive. After, do you know about this?
Yeah, I know about this.
So you have a slot machine called like Huff and Puff, and like if you play it long enough, you get to 2 little piggies, and then if you play it long enough, you get to 3 little piggies, and then because the 3 little piggy mini jackpot is worth a certain amount of money, it becomes EV positive. Okay, so what happens is people get to the 3 little piggy. I'm just making this up, by the way. There's so many of these machines, I can't keep track of them all.
No, I hear you. I'm with you.
People get up to the 3 little piggy level when it becomes EV positive, and then really fucking scummy people come up next to them and like blow smoke in their face, blow vape in their face, make a lot of noise, create a diversion. So then the person gets up from the machine and then they jump in and play the EV positive machine, okay?
Right.
So
is that still around now these days, though? Like, I mean, are people still vulturing slots? Like,
Oh.
I mean, obviously, guys like Alan Kessler, but
yeah, It's big. It's huge. It's bigger than it's ever been. The casinos pretend to deal with it, but they sort of don't, you know. Campers and slot vultures and sour rooters are still all around. And they have backers, and it's all fucking nefarious, fucking creepy nonsense, and it's a crazy subculture, and the people involved are like all chain smokers or super fucking obese. They're all people with like massive gambling problems, people who live in by the hour hotels. It's like just like it's a thing that goes on in casinos right now that is a throwback to things that went on in casinos 40 years ago. Okay?
Yeah.
So what does this have to do with poker? It has everything to do with poker. These are the stories that should be being told about casinos and gambling. Railbirds, fucking criminals, anybody who's scamming. Tell the Durr story if you can fucking get the whole thing. Anybody who's welching on bets. Every story that's told about poker should be 100% negative. Every story that's told about gambling should be 100% negative. These stories should basically be like the movie, like the old mob stories. These should be like the old mob stories. It starts out, you're a big fat guy in a fucking one of those little fucking hover around motorcycles that they give you for free at the casino if you have fucking type 10 diabetes. You're just cruising around. You're blowing vape smoke in the face of a woman from fucking Nebraska to steal her huff and puff machine. This is how it starts. Everything's great. By the end of the movie, you're dead. You're dead. Okay?
Yeah, this is actually brilliant. I love this.
By the end of every gambling movie, whether it's poker, slots, blackjack, whatever it is, card counters, it all starts out good. And by the end of the movie, you're dead. Okay? You romanticize it. You romanticize it as a crime. It's like leaving Las Vegas. It's like Casino. It's like Goodfellas. You romanticize it as a crime, but people understand that at the end, you end up dead, okay? Or broke, or whatever. It starts out romantic, like leaving Las Vegas. I'm throwing it all away, but I'm going to do my thing. I'm just going to have a drink when I want. I'm going to fuck a hooker when I want. At the end, you're fucking dead, okay? What this does is, this does not deter anyone from trying, okay? What this does is it self-selects for people who are going to try and fail, okay? Number one. It does not self-select for people who graduated from college and are Stephen Chidwick or Ike Haxton. It doesn't self-select for people who are either going to be an engineer at Northrop Grumman or play cards. Those two things don't come into play. Nobody who's going to self-select, if this is presented the right way, is thinking about either becoming an engineer at McDonnell Douglas or becoming a accountant with Deloitte and Touche or being a fucking poker player. They don't intersect. It self-selects for people who are going to try and fail, people who have romanticized it, people who are gambling addicts, and then it also self-selects for a very tiny subsection of people like me who can live in that world and not fuck it up. We can live in that world and keep the world the way it's supposed to be. We aren't motivated to destroy the world by telling people that it is our job. People can know we make money. People can know we make lots of money. But nobody can ever know that it's a job. No one ever thinks it's a fucking career. It's never, ever, ever presented as a career. You are presented as a good criminal. You are not presented as a CEO of a poker fucking conglomerate of guys who fucking each swap with each other in 100K high rollers. you present yourself as a lucky donkey, okay? Now, there's nothing you can do to help with this, by the way, Roger. Because there's no amount, the genie cannot be put back in the bottle. The genie is out of the bottle, okay? And that is why the most interesting thing are these scummy slot guys. Because it's just so rare to see a situation where the genie is not out of the bottle yet. That genie's still in the bottle. Every single person doing that, whether they're making $10,000 a year doing it or $250,000, is a scum. And everyone views them as a scum. And no one views it as their job. And no one would ever want it as their job. And you could not tell your mom that that was your job. There is absolutely not a single fucking person. And some of these people make $250,000 a year or more. But there's not a single, I'm ruining it right now. I'm the one ruining it. But I'm retired. I'm the one ruining it. The guy who's making $250,000, $500,000 a year doing this, he wants to kill me right now. I might get stabbed in the throat. Because everyone thinks he's a criminal. Everyone thinks he's a scumbag. Nobody knows what's really going on. And number two, there's not any kid right now on planet Earth who is just graduated from college and is thinking about going to Raytheon, Deloitte & Touche, or Slot Hustler. There's not one. There's zero. Yeah. There's zero on planet Earth. But guess how many people are thinking about Raytheon, Deloitte & Touche, or high stakes, high roller poker pro? Lots. Tons. When you look down the list of the world's greatest poker players, there's no more criminals. These are like all fucking geniuses. They're fucking geniuses. And none of them were brought into poker by me. None of them were brought into poker by fucking Amarillo Slim. None of them were brought into poker by Sailor Roberts. None of them were brought into poker, even by Doyle Brunson. They were brought into poker by the ability to tell your parents that you were going to play poker for big money and having them not think that you're a criminal. That's how they're brought into poker. They're brought into poker by the change of the culture from swashbuckling, riverboat gambler, semi-criminal to businessman. I am a businessman. My business is poker. I play poker like a business. So when you show me that World Series of Poker thing that you guys wanted me to watch, and it's got the Wolfgang guy, and I respect his hustle, and it's got the girl with the sugar daddy that she married, and I respect her hustle, and it's got all these influencers, and I respect all of their hustle. But none of that is, and then you'll get other people who are part of the poker industrial complex, and the other people who are part of the poker, you got Maria Ho and yada, 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 and it's very incestual because they all need to support each other because they all make money being poker influencers. They all make money pretending that it's the greatest thing that ever happened. That everyone's happy, no one's stealing from each other, no one's stiffing each other, everybody has 100% of themselves, everyone likes each other. It's like a mutually assured destruction because it attracts all the wrong people to the game. It does not attract the type of person who's going to walk in and say, hey, let's do this. Let's take the fucking deck, flip all fucking 52 cards in the air, and you get all the ones that are face down, I get all the ones that are face up, and we do it for the fucking entire bankroll. It just doesn't get those type of people. It doesn't get the real fucking gutty fucking gambler, criminal, devil say care types. It doesn't get the people who throw caution to the wind. It gets just cautious people who think they're becoming part of a community where you play a poker tournament and the poker tournament is to support kids with cancer. Which is just fucking bullshit. It's complete fucking bullshit. There's no fucking thing as a poker tournament to support kids with cancer. That's like saying, like, I'm going to open a crack house to support kids with cancer. $1 of every fucking crack pipe I sell is going to go to support. It's just fucking nonsense. It's nonsense. It's fucking smoke and mirrors. It drives me fucking nuts. And it's a reason why you just can't put the genie back in the bottle. Anyway, I digress.
No. I mean, it's a perfect point. I'm with you there. I'm with you there the whole step of the way. Maybe we can find out a way to make this a reality.
Listen,
and then capture the drifters here.
You got the blueprint. The blueprint is pretty simple. The blueprint for great entertainment about gambling looks like Leaving Las Vegas, Casino, Goodfellas. It's a romanticized version of criminality. But and even look at Rounders. It's exactly what Rounders was. Rounders was a romanticized version of criminality. The Rounders was a great movie for the poker industry because it was just a romanticized version of criminality. The only character in the movie that anyone could identify with who would be bad for the game is Kanish. Nobody identified with Kanish. Everyone identified with Worm. If you ask somebody to start doing quotes from Rounders, they're all going to be Worm. None's going to be Kanish. So, like, that was fine. Rounders was fine. But, like, when it just started being like, oh, this is about making money, and this is a very upstanding thing, and everybody's very smart, and the best poker players in the world have math degrees, and the best players in the world graduate from college. That's when it all went off the rails. The best poker players in the world should have stood up right then and said, just tell them I'm a criminal. Please, if there's a God in heaven, they should have went to whoever was running ESPN and said, listen, yes, I graduated from Wharton with a degree in economics. Just fucking tell them I'm a criminal. We wouldn't have this fucking problem. But no, everybody wanted to brag about how they have a fucking degree from Wharton in economics and how it's their job and how you can tell your mom about it and you shouldn't be embarrassed and your mom should be able to tell her friends, my son plays poker. He's on TV tonight. Watch him on TV tonight. They're going to talk about his college degree. No, if you told your mom you play poker, she should be fucking mortified. You should be thrown out of the house. You should be out of the will, instantly out of the will. No one should have, as soon as you could tell your mom about poker, poker was done. As soon as any fucking human could tell their mom about poker, poker was fucking done. Over. End. Demarcation line.
Hey, I think this is spot on. On that topic, what is your favorite gambling movie? Mine's California Split. Are you a fan of California Split?
Oh, California Split. Amazing movie. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what the best gambling movie is, and it's a little hard to wrap your brain around, but if you watch it a couple times, you'll realize it is the greatest gambling movie. It's a movie called Barry Lyndon. Do you know this movie? I've
not seen it.
Okay. Barry Lyndon is by Stanley Kubrick. Okay. And it's one of the greatest movies ever made, period. But it's also about gambling in a subtle way. It's about gamblers and it's about addiction. And it's about what fuels gamblers, which is narcissism. And it is a period piece, and it could be a tough slog for some, but it is the best movie about the gambling mindset that's ever been made.
All right, perfect. I've got some homework. I'm going to watch this movie for sure. It sounds great.
And I'm telling you, it is considered by most to be one of the greatest movies ever made. So but you have to understand, it's a period piece.
Yeah. Well, since I've got like a more on the nose question.
Okay.
Given more so like some of these these rants that you've gone on here. Who would you say right now? I'm not putting you on the spot. Who is the biggest piece of shit in the poker world right now? Or conversely, who people that who's the person that everybody loves that you think is absolutely full of shit?
Well, I mean, listen. Here's what I'm gonna say. Even in the olden days, when a lot of us or all of us were somewhere between a ne'er-do-well, a malcontent, and a criminal in the late 90s, early 2000s, before basically the big Charlie Poker Room, everybody was supposed to operate with a code. Now, you could read about this in Super System or in other old gambling books of the day that people had a code. You could loan a bunch of money on the finger and you didn't need a contract or this or that, right? Okay. Now, a lot of that was complete fucking bullshit, by the way. There was a lot of scums back then and there's a lot of people you should not loan to on the finger. But there was a code and you were supposed to follow the code. So the biggest piece of shit in poker are people who do not follow the code, okay? And if you want to know who those people are, you could just Google who owes money, who has welched on bets. And you can go to any forum, Reddit or 2+2 or whatever, and you'll see a bunch of the most commented on threads will all be threads about people who've welched on bets or welched on their backers or stolen from their backers. These are the biggest pieces of shit in poker. And a lot of these people are also very famous, okay? And I will give you a little rule of thumb. A little rule of thumb is, if you want to know if somebody's a total piece of shit, know who they associate with, right? So now I'm going to say something that seems like a non sequitur or seems out of left field. But if you want to know who in poker is a massive piece of shit who cannot be trusted under any circumstances, is a welcher, and is basically the absolute worst, go and look at their fucking social media feed and see if they supported Donald Trump. Because if they supported Donald Trump, I can guarantee you that they are a scumbag, piece of shit, worst in the world. Do not do business with them under any circumstances. And every single fucking person going back in the gambling community who is a big Donald Trump supporter has been outed as a scumbag subsequently. Has been outed as owing money subsequently. Has engaged in nefarious activities subsequently. Because if that's who you associate with and that's who you look up to, those are the type of people you want to avoid. Scam artists, con men, flim-flam men. And I mean, people hate to say it, but like, if you start fucking looking through the people who welch out on bets and don't pay their debts, you're going to get some very fucking famous poker players. I mean, you're going to get, I don't want to necessarily say their names because they don't owe me money. I'm just giving the
That's fair.
I'm just giving the blueprint, and the people who they owe money to have outed them at the time that they need to be outed, because sometimes you don't out the person because when you out them, you know all bridges are burnt. So like, let me put it like this. There have been people, railbirds in the past, who for one reason or another, because of certain business arrangements I put them in tournaments, okay? And then they win, and then if I'm not fucking there when they cash out, not necessarily win, but they win some amount of money, and if I'm not literally fucking standing at the cage when these fucking scumbags cash out, I'm not going to get $1. They're going to go lose it, or they're going to say they lost it. So like, then at that point in time, I have the situation of, do I out this person to the community, or do I keep it secret to myself in the hopes that I can collect later? And the truth is, the best thing to do in almost all circumstances is to keep it to yourself in the hopes that you can collect later. And here's the reason why. And this is the dirty underbelly of all of poker. The dirty underbelly of all of poker is, this person that didn't pay you is not a criminal in a lot of circumstances. In almost all circumstances, they're not a criminal. This person is a gambling addict. This person has an addiction no different than heroin or something else, okay? And if you were actually, if you would have been at the cage when they cashed out, they would have paid you. And if you talk to somebody who was at the cage when they cashed out, they'll say like, well, of course Gary paid me. Yeah, I went there when he was cashed out. He owed me $1,400 and he just handed me 1,400 in chips. Because Gary, and that's a real name, but nobody knows which Gary I'm talking about. Gary doesn't give a fuck. Gary's going to take that entire amount of money and he's going to go and gamble it. And because you weren't standing there, you didn't get paid. So he isn't a criminal in that sense. He's a gambling addict. And so what the best move is in these situations is to keep it to yourself, watch what they're up to, and make sure that the next time they have money, you're standing there. And that's why I don't necessarily want to put specific people on blast, because I don't know who's trying to collect from them, and I want this person to be able to collect when the time comes. That's number one. Number two, I did say that if you do business with a Trump supporter, you are going to get robbed. And you know who the Trump supporters are online. The mouth! You know who these people are. You know who the vocal Trump supporters are. And basically they outed themselves as criminals. When you support a criminal, you are a criminal. So the people who outed themselves as criminals, don't do business with them. That's that.
All right, fair enough. I appreciate that answer. That you gave me everything you could without naming names, so I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, you could say, like, okay, if you had Jungle Man on here, Jungle Man could just say "Durr," right?
Yeah.
He could just say "Durr." I don't feel like it's my place to say "Durr."
No, 100%. That makes sense. Makes sense.
If Durr owed me money, it would be my place. But if Durr owed me money, I still might not say "Durr." You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I see where you're getting at. I'm right there with you.
Because I don't think that Durr is a criminal. I think Durr has a gambling problem. Or maybe he just has mental problems. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably more mental health.
Yeah.
than anything.
But, you know, if I was Jungle Man, he can go on any podcast he wants and say, I made a bet with this motherfucker. Here were the rules of the bet. He fucking welched on me. I don't know if I'm allowed to say welched. Whatever.
All right, one last thing here. I don't know if you'll talk about this either, but I curious about this bad beat jackpot legend.
Yeah.
You're sitting on this story about this nice old lady folding the nuts. Are you able to ever talk about what really happened there?
Well, no. There's a lot of. I mean, I don't know which story. I don't sit on any of them. I've told them all before on multiple occasions, I assume. The only bad beat jackpot story I'm involved in is the one where I supposedly angled the guy into calling off his stack at the end, telling him we had won the bad beat jackpot when we had not won the bad beat jackpot.
And
So
that was the quad aces over nines.
yeah,
and you didn't have a kicker that played.
right. That's the legendary
That's
story.
hilarious.
That's the legendary story, and that caused a lot of hubbub in the casino, and it caused the security to be called and everything else. The one that something that you're alluding to there is more of like what they call an urban myth. Everybody, if you go to any casino and say like, oh yeah, if you're a jerk to me and we win a jackpot, you know, I'll just fucking show you the jackpot and fold it, fucking face up, muck it so that we don't win, right? And then like people will say like, oh my God, I've known people who did that. Everybody will say they know somebody who's done that. It's a classic urban myth. Everybody will say they've been at a table where one player, where like a poker pro or a nit, it always goes like this. This is a cool poker urban legend. This is the way the poker urban legend goes. There's a nit or a pro poker player, one or the other, a straight-laced guy who's there to win. And then there's a fish, a rich fish. And the professional poker player and or nit is telling the fish, oh my God, you played that hand so fucking bad. What are you thinking? Why would you play 7 deuce under the gun? Why would you 3-bet in this spot? Why would you do this? And he's berating and haranguing the guy. And the fish is going, I'm just here to have fun, man. I'm just here to have fun. And he's berating the guy, and the guy's getting more angry and more angry. And the pro poker player is continuing to be a table captain. And then a hand comes up where they have the jackpot. And the way the urban myth goes is the pro poker player shows his half of the jackpot. The fish flashes his half of the jackpot and then fucking mucks it and says, suck my fucking dick or something like this. Fuck you, motherfucker. You're still poor. I'm still rich. Something like this. It's a classic Robin Hood type tale. It's like a real modern fairy tale. But every fucking single person at 2-5 no limit and below knows this fairy tale. Everybody. Yeah. Not only does every single person who plays 2-5 no limit and below know this fairy tale, every single regular will tell you they were at a table where it happened. And guess what? 0 fucking people have been at a table where it happened. 0. It's literally 0. It's just an urban myth. Because if you were at a table where it happened, you would remember every fucking person involved for the rest of your life with a photographic memory. And yet, when you ask the person who says they're at the table, you say, oh, the one guy was a professional poker player or a nit that's here all the time. Which guy was it? They never know. Never. Ever. They can never say, oh, you know, it was Yuri or it was Yvetney or one of these, or you know who it would be. It would be one of these fucking these like lifeless, soulless fucking Eurotrash grinders that do berate people sometimes. It'd be some Asperger pro. But they never know who it is because it's all just made up. It's sort of beautiful. It's like a modern day like Jack and the Beanstalk or like a modern day Little Red Riding Hood. It is a story that every single low stakes no limit player knows. It is a story that every single like hardcore reg low stakes no limit player says they have seen with their own eyes. And it is also a story that has literally never fucking happened. And there's going to be people in the chat telling me right now, I'm sure of it, that they've seen it happen. And it has never fucking happened.
Absolutely. That's fucking hilarious. Well, Limon, I'm out here in LA. I would love to meet up and talk more about the show.
Hey, Roger, you know what? You know Thomas, Seriously Serious.
Yeah, of course.
So Thomas, I had him over to my house, and I made him the greatest steak dinner the world has ever seen. If you are into steak and you want to come over and have an insane, I'm talking Florentine, 4-inch thick, 40-day, dry-aged, cooked over oak. I'm not fucking around here.
You're not fucking around.
If this
I saw the wine.
And it's gonna be Napa Cab. It's gonna be all great. If this is something you're interested in, I'll have you over because I am And this is, and I joke about WPT being run by the triads. Whatever. Obviously, it's true, but I'm still joking about it. But actually, I actually have a lot of respect for the WPT because you allow this. I can't believe you guys fucking allow this. This is fucking insane. I do a show that barely fucking gets watched for like the 2,000 people that have known me for 30 years. It's basically like a conference call to my 2,000 best friends, and none of them play online poker. And it is really good content, I think, but who cares about that? And you guys are like, cool, just keep doing it, just keep having fun. Like, nobody in my life has ever just said, keep having fun. So, I gotta take my hat off to you guys, and I hope that it doesn't turn out that you guys are cheating everybody on the website, because then I'm gonna look really bad.
No, come on, man, come on.
Of course.
All right,
You
well, I'm
do.
going to take you up on that offer. It looks like there's some other people that want to get in here on the call, but I'll be back next week, Lyman. This is great.
Thank you, Roger.
All right, talk soon.
All right, we got a lot of callers coming in. Roger's right. Let me take another call. Anonymous, you're on Poker Sesh.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
What's up, my man?
Hey. Honestly, I do have I got a question for you.
Sure.
You seem like you're pretty knowledgeable on cars.
Cars?
Yeah, or vehicles, motor vehicles, of the sort.
What on earth would make you think that I know anything about cars?
The hairstyle. I mean, it's either halfway Sammy Hagar, halfway Sammy Hagar. You know what I'm trying to...
Yeah, people do. A guy, I'll tell you this. I was walking through the Cosmopolitan, and a guy comes running up to me, says, Sammy! I fucking turn around. The guy's like, oh, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm like, what was this Sammy thing? He's like, I thought you were my friend, Sammy Hagar. I'm like, you're friends with Sammy Hagar? He's like, I was his drummer for like 4 years at Cabo Wabo. And the guy thought that's how much I look like Sammy Hagar from behind.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Sammy Pokar.
Okay.
Is that a little bit more close to the
Sure. Okay, get to the question, sir.
Well, no, I was curious to see what your, I knew there was a little bit of resemblance, so I'm sorry. I was curious to see what your experience would be. A couple of months ago, I went to the casino with my buddy.
Right.
I went there with about $5,000. I was only trying to get rid of 2,500, but I gave buddy 500 to bet on the tables. Before we went into the casino, we were doing some low. We did some whippets. It was a good night. We it was less so poker related, more so blackjack related.
Right.
We learned of blackjack theory and all that shit.
Right.
My buddy turned that 500 into another 2,500, and he gave me the 500 back. And I was wondering, how do you feel about that? He learned. He learned the theory. He learned everything. I gave him $500. He won 2,500, and at the end of the night, he gave me my 500 back. We learned everything together. It was a good night. But I was just curious, you guys felt about that.
You guys didn't have an arrangement. Okay. The guy isn't.
It's good.
You didn't have an arrangement. The guy.
He gave me the 500 back at the end of the night.
Yeah, fine. I mean, the guy isn't. He's your friend. He's not a fucking. You're not. I mean, he's not. He doesn't. He's not gonna. Why would he give you a tip? You're not his servant.
I mean, there's a vig. I mean,
why would he give you a vig?
I mean, I loaned him the money. And he gave it back.
Okay. Well, then make an arrangement beforehand. Tell him, I'm gonna loan you this money, and I'm gonna loan you 500, and when you pay me back, you owe me 600.
It was. We didn't make that arrangement beforehand, but at the same time, it was my blow. my whippets and everything prior to that.
Well,
So.
then listen. What you're telling me right now is that you're like a complete fucking pussy. That's what you're telling me. You're saying like
No,
you're
I get
whining
my
like a
money.
bitch. You're whining like a
I
bitch.
I'm just curious. I'm trying to see from somebody else's perspective if I need to try as hard with my friend as if I would if it wasn't my friend.
No, I'm telling you the way it is. Here, your friend asks, you're giving your friend, you got blow, you got whippets. Your friend says, "Can I borrow $500?" You say, "Listen, I'm gonna loan you 500 fucking bucks to go gamble with. But if you win, you gotta split the fucking coke and whippets with me." That's just what you say right then, right there on the spot. You can't go back.
I mean, I don't think it. I don't think it would be fair to try to get more than I gave him. You know,
Of anything is fair.
I mean, that's fair.
No, up front, anything's fair. Up front, anything's fair. Up front.
Yeah.
After,
it's not just black and white. There's a very big gray area.
there is zero. This is a zero gray area. Some things are. This is zero. If I'll tell you something. If one of my friends comes to me and we're partying in Vegas, and let's say I just paid for dinner at Joel Robuchon. The dinner was $500.
Of course.
And then the guy said, but he's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine, and I know he's broke. But he's a friend of mine, and he does certain things for me. We have a good symbiotic relationship. So I just paid.
The fourth or the fifth time, and it's like
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I chose to fucking take the guy to Joel Robuchon, and now I'm choosing to loan him a little walking around money, a little wham. I'm choosing to loan him a little wham because he's a broke fucking loser. I'm choosing to loan him some wham walking around money. And
then he gets a bag. He gets a bag. All of a sudden, he gets a bag from your money, and then he gives you a little bit of chump change.
No. I tell him right up front. I guess just because I think about this shit early, I say, listen, you want some wham? I understand. I'm a super rich guy. I just took you out to dinner. I'm going to give you some wham. Here's some fucking wham. Let's fucking go have some fun in the pits. If you win big, fucking you're covering dinner tomorrow night or whatever. I make sure that I get that shit out up front. I don't want to I'm never going to think about it again. I'm not going to think about it.
You give fella $500 and then he turns 500 into 4,000. And then he's like, here, buddy. Here's your measly 500 back.
No, because I already told him he's covering dinner the next night. And then the next night we go out to Bazaar Meats. I get the fucking suckling pig, of course, because the suckling pig at Bazaar Meats is amazing. And he covers the bill. And he covers the bill. That's it. That's how friends. That's how friends behave. It's not.
What if the friend owes you? What if the friend owes you a little bit of money?
Then
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you for most of it. But the dude owes me a little bit of money, like $150.
Well, then you're a fucking idiot. You're a moron. You're a moron. You never loan money to somebody who already owes you money. That's the fucking first rule of loaning money. If they already,
it's a friend.
Yes, that's the fucking first rule. There's after that rule, there is no other rule. If they already owe you money and they have not shown an ability to pay back that money, you do not loan them more money.
It's my wife's brother. It's my brother-in-law.
Okay, nobody gives a fuck whether it's your brother-in-law. It's
but I mean, what am I going to be in the doghouse?
Okay, it's your brother-in-law. Okay.
There are some extramarital issues that are in between, and I failed to disclose it. I do apologize.
Does he have a hot wife? Okay, does he have a hot wife?
Huh? Well, no, it's not.
Does he have a hot wife?
It's not up for me to disclose.
Okay.
That. I mean, yes.
Yes, he has. Okay. Final word. She owes you one blowjob. Okay, click, bye. Okay. Final word, she owes you one blowjob. Let's take the next call. Next call. Anonymous, you are on Pokersesh.
Yo.
Oh, God.
Oh, good God Almighty! All right. I know you say you should always fast roll, blah blah blah. There's this one hand that's haunted me for the entirety of my life. This hand must have happened 10-something years ago or so.
Right.
I get pocket rockets, limp under the gun 5-10 game. We're 2,000 deep. Sean Kunix, the biggest donk I've ever played with in a while, is on the button. He's just like some billionaire guy. He pumps up the button to 50, folds back to me. I repop huge with my aces. He snap calls. Ace 3-5 flop. I bet big. He raises. I 3-bet all in. He snap calls. I throw my 3 aces down as the board pairs and scoopa. And then he's like, Maurice Hawkins?
Yep.
He's sweating him. And they're looking at the hand, and they're looking at the table, and looking at the hand, looking at the table, shaking their head, and then he mucks it.
Okay.
And I go, damn. My 3 aces must have been good. He goes, nope, I flopped it straight with 4 deuce. I'm like, oh, yeah? Show it. And he doesn't show it.
Right.
So, I mean, you get into these spots sometimes when you fast roll. I'm going to be haunted forever about this spot.
Why? Why would you give 2 fucking shits? Why would you give 2 fucking shits? What? I
don't know. In case I play with him down the road. Like, is this guy really fucking in there with 4 deuce?
You're going to be haunted forever? You told me that story? I've already forgotten it. Okay, next. All right, 516-259-9515. Phone lines are open. I've seen a million calls coming in, but the calls have been so good, I just can't answer for everybody, but the calls have been great. We're gonna take we're to overtime now. I mean, I'm way past my bedtime. I'll take another call here. Okay, let me. Anonymous, you're on Pokersesh.
You still got the juice with those 2+2 guys? Can you get me unbanned? I think I'm banned for life.
Ether Anonymous, you're on Pokersesh.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Oh no, it's the poker baller? Oh, what's up, poker baller?
Yo, smack on my boy Steven Chidwick, man. You don't even know what he's been up to these days, man. Let me tell you something, Lyman. Last time you gave me advice, I actually put it down on Man U money line, man, and it hit, bro. All right?
Hey,
just to have you know, man, I actually play at Resorts World. We don't have flags. We got chocolate chips, man. There's the 5Ks. Ever heard of them, bro?
Yo, bro. I fucking hang out with fucking Ike Haxton, and we don't even use chocolate chips. We use 25K chips. We use cranberries. You don't even know what a fucking cranberry is. You think of cranberries with Thanksgiving, you fucking dipshit. You can't even imagine. I can't even walk out of the casino with it. If I walk out of the casino with it, the security comes up to me and says, hey, what are you doing with all those 25K chips in your pocket? And I say, oh, what I'm doing with them is I'm your fucking god. And then the fucking security guards just start to bow down to me. They fucking escort me to the next casino. Fucking. Okay. Next. Okay, Kevin, I think I'm going to take the last call of the night, so I'm going to let Kevin back on. All right, Kevin, last call of the night. I'm tired, so give me something good.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
You had the whole time to think about this. You've been on hold for an hour. I've had you on hold for an hour.
Yeah, I looked over my notes. My notes are in the chat. So first of all, WPT is one of the longest running poker companies, so they're not going to stiff you or do some scummy shit.
Okay, I agree that there's nothing to lead me to believe that they're doing anything stiffy or scummy. Everything I know about them so far has been great. Okay.
Okay. Here's a banger question. Tell the PLO story about the black guy punching the Asian guy at Commerce. Bro, that's a great fucking story.
Why don't you tell it?
All right. So I'm chilling at Commerce maybe 3-4 years ago, waiting for 5-5 no limit. So I'm talking to Abe, and we're talking about poker fights, and Abe tells me this story about how 2 weeks ago there was a PLO game, And it's like in like the now they moved Commerce PLO to be the front of the right near the entrance.
Right.
So there was this black guy playing PLO and this Chinese guy playing PLO, and I believe Abe was there at the table. Were you there at the table or not?
Yeah, but the guy I don't think was Chinese. I think he was Russian.
Oh, he was right. Okay, so he was Russian for
Yeah.
sure. All right. Anyways, like the Russian guy like beats the black guy in a pot, and then starts like verbally just insulting him, probably calling him stupid or whatever.
He called him a donkey.
He called him a donkey. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So he calls him a donkey, and then the black guy is really fucking mad. So he apparently punches the Russian guy in the face.
Yes.
And knocks him out. And knocks him out. And then like the whole room freezes apparently. And like he just like gets up. I don't know if he even cashes out. He just walks right out, goes to his car, and leaves before like the cops can arrive. And like the security are like not wanting to fuck with this guy because he just knocked the fuck out of the other dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Before the cops got there, he didn't get charged with assault, and he's probably lifetime banned.
yeah, the African American gentleman was a running back. Okay, see, this is how you get yourself in trouble. The African American gentleman was a running back for the University of Kansas, and the Russian guy was an MMA fighter.
Are you serious? Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
More.
the running back from the University of Kansas is what we learned is much tougher than an MMA fighter.
What? Damn.
And
know that.
the funniest part of it for me, the part I remember most, well, the guy got banned for life, but it wasn't for punching the Russian guy in the face. He got banned for life because when he punched the Russian guy in the face, his bicep or forearm on the follow through hit the dealer.
Yeah.
Hit the dealer.
Oh, shit. So it would have been like a lawsuit if he ever came back.
Yeah, because they were in seats.
Liability, right?
They were in seats 1 and 9.
Oh, damn.
And
that's funny.
so
The dealer's in the way.
so he had to punch the guy in the face across the dealer, and
Funny.
he did it because he thought that donkey was a racial slur. He didn't know it was a poker term.
Oh.
He thought that he was saying a racial slur, and he didn't know that it meant you're a bad poker player. So that's why he freaked out. But
He fucking crashed the fuck out.
the funny part, though, for me is, and I don't know if this is something that's common in the African American community, a common saying, but when they were sort of arguing before the guy got punched in the face, the guy was talking about, the Russian guy was saying, oh, you suck so bad at poker, you're going to have no money or whatever, before he called him a donkey and got fucking just smashed. The black guy says, I got money long as train smoke, motherfucker. And it's like, that is like such a fucking cool saying. I got money long as train smoke. Like, because train smoke is really long. And I
Okay. All right.
you know, like I never forgot that. Like that's, I want to say that to somebody someday. Like I could say that to
As
you.
long as train smoke.
I got money long as train smoke, motherfucker.
Like Samuel, that's like a Samuel Jackson
Yeah.
line. Right?
Have
Tarantino movie.
do you listen to rap music?
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever heard that before? I got money long as train smoke?
No, never, bro. That's some really old school shit, maybe.
Like if he made that up, that was like brilliant.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe, shit.
Kevin, I'm going to let you end on a high note tonight. I'm not going to let you say anything stupid. You're on a high note right now.
Cool. That was good. We had a good session.
Now, Kevin, although I am going to
Let's
give you
call it.
I'm going to give you a couple notes as my social media director. You need to
I'm
get
gonna clip the black guy story, bro.
okay,
I'm
and
gonna clip the black guy story. Black guy stories are like I clipped the Jermaine story from last week.
and you need to get it on more platforms. So I'm saying you need to get it on Discord, 8chan, everywhere Nazis are. Because I know that's where you hang out.
Yeah, I know where they hang out.
I know that's where you hang out. You're in all the
Huntington Beach.
Yes. Go to all the Nazi platforms, clip it, and get it out there. All right.
The Truth Social with Donald Trump.
Yes.
What about that?
Yes.
Is that would be the most Nazi one, right?
No. I get 8chan and the whatever it's called the little
I'll put it on Stormfront too, just for you.
Stormfront and the one with the little frog. The one with the little frog.
All right. We're gonna end it on a high note. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, take it easy. There he goes. My man, my social media director, the head of all social media for Pokersesh, Kevin. And now you know why no one knows about Pokersesh. All right. Yeah, good show tonight, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for calling in. I want to thank Roger for calling in. I want to thank like the 80 people who called in as anonymous. I want to thank Lilliputian Petrodactyl. I want to thank everybody that's Poker Shockers, KG, all of my friends in the chat, all of the luminaries. I want to thank everybody for calling in. I know that people don't like it when I play music from the public domain as my intro and outro music because they're used to me playing such amazing music, but I'm not allowed to play amazing music because YouTube will take it down. So thank everybody. Hope you guys tune in next week on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Love the live calls. This is the only gambling live call show in the world, unscreened. The only one in the world. So when you participate, you are participating with something that exists singularly on the planet Earth. Do you understand that? This exists singularly on the planet Earth. So you're really a part of something not big. If it got big, they would take me off the air. You can rest assured of that. So let's just hope it stays small. All right, see y'all next week. Yum! All right. Until next week. Bye bye.